Hello, and welcome back to the Movie Rubric. I am Timothy McDaniel.
Cole, right?
Jonah Jobai.
And we are going to be talking about the Thunderbolts today. What many are saying is the greatest Marvel film, since Endgame.
I don't know about that.
Yeah.
It's easy top 5.
Best one since
Guardians 3?
the last one.
Best Marvel movie to come out this year.
True.
Yeah.
Actually
Yeah.
true. Well, I haven't seen the other one, but
I
probably.
could assume that it wasn't that good.
Yeah.
What was the other one? Oh,
Captain
Captain
America.
America.
We didn't watch that
It was
one.
in theaters for
Ever.
7 months, it seems like. But
yeah. Okay. I actually forgot that one came out, but I still stand by that.
I mean, like I said, I haven't seen it, but you know.
I didn't hear good things.
Well, hey, let's get into it here. So 2 weeks in a row, going no notes. We're gonna give this a shot here. Thunderbolts, in case you missed it, was directed by Jake Schreier. Did anyone else going into this movie think that this was directed by James Gunn?
No.
Nope.
No, that's just me. Someone told me that this movie was directed by James Gunn, and I think that just lodged itself in the back of my brain.
They got confused with Suicide Squad a little bit.
I think that might have been what happened. Either way, James Schreier, I was looking him up earlier. He's known for hits like Robot and Frank.
Whoa.
Beef.
Sounds
Hey,
great.
Beef was apparently great.
Was it?
Yeah. Beef was very renowned.
TV show, and
Yeah.
then Paper Towns.
I don't know what that is, but I heard Beef was fantastic.
And then I think he directed a Selena Gomez music video.
Oh, good for him.
Love
So-
you like a love song, baby. That one?
It didn't say.
Oh, okay.
Just-
That's a
I
good
already-
song, though.
I didn't read that far into the wiki article.
I don't know why you just you have this random Selena Gomez
I
knowledge.
kind of liked
Hey,
it though.
she has some classics.
Is that what we're calling them? Are they really
They're
classic?
classics. Remember that one where she was like, I'll be single soon. I'll be single soon.
No, I don't remember that song, John.
Guys,
It
we
was
should
at Fortnite
start
Festival.
We should start a band.
honestly,
We should. Or be in one. Like
Or
together.
Jonah could sing Selena Gomez songs.
Yeah,
Ooh, true.
wear sweatpants to a church revival.
Hey. I was styling.
No,
Were you?
I got
no band in it to where it's gonna hold up your pants.
for
either.
reference, we were playing at a church and I wore pretty bad pants immediately. The elastic waistband was out of it, hanging off to the side.
Dude.
And it was it was like an old country church too. It was like in the middle of nowhere.
You're the only one. You're like one. No, it looked even worse when you came in, and after you went and got something to eat. You got here your gas station fried chicken.
I got the nastiest gas station chicken.
Yeah, dude, it was the fact that you left, and you came back, you were just covered in grease and
dude,
a
it
chicken wing in one
Oh, it
hand,
was bad.
holding up the pants with the other hand.
Bad.
It was bad.
Bro,
And then I got criticized for wearing jeans to the parade.
No, you didn't get credit. I complimented
No,
you.
not you. No, Chloe was like, "Why'd you wear jeans? You should have worn sweatpants or something. It would been way more comfortable."
Shorts.
I was like, "Okay, so I wear."
Was she
jeans now."
joking with you?
I think she was dead serious.
You're sure she wasn't being facetious?
She might have been. If she was, she hit it well for my sister's standards.
That's a little mean but valid. That's true. She doesn't have the best poker face.
Yeah.
I'll give you that.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
No, that's so funny. No, I complimented you. I was like, I walked over at one point and I was like, hey, Jonah, you're wearing real pants.
That made me feel pretty good.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna lie.
You should.
could have wore shorts, Jonah.
I
One of my
could've.
students was really confused about that. Like, what do you mean real pants? Does he not always wear pants?
Like, no,
And I was
He
like,
said,
should
"Nah,
have
I wear
seen it at this
skirts
revival
sometimes."
like,
thing.
believe it or not.
The sweatpants with no elastic.
Oh, it was so funny.
No.
Yeah,
And then
disaster.
One of
I'll
my,
admit.
oh man, I loved it. So I was there with my marching band. I missed. I feel like we should have opened with "Shooting the Breeze," so I should have just put that up on the screen. So I was with my marching band at this parade, and one of them looks at you guys and looks at me, and she goes, "Isn't that your band?" And I said, "Yeah." She said, "What are you doing over here?" And I was like,
It's my job.
I was like, "This is my career. This is my job." And she was like, "They're able to play without you." And I was like, "When I say it's my band, it's not like my band.
Yeah.
Like it's like I'm in a band." I was like,
It's a democracy.
like if anyone, it's Cole's band.
It's Cole's band.
I was like,
We're being
if-
real
if-
I
here.
wouldn't say
It's
that.
Cole's
If
band.
it belongs to one person, it's Cole.
No.
Cole, dude,
Cole, you do everything.
yeah, you're
to
like
be
our
real.
man. You are the
Yeah.
manager for what it's worth. I don't know if you want that title, but
Disagree.
That's fair. We can say that it's
no, it's Cole. There's no.
Jonah, it's yours.
When's
it's mine.
the last time Jonah showed up with his music ready?
When's the last time I showed up on time?
You showed up on time for the parade.
I did.
Hey,
I think I was 5 minutes late.
no, you were there.
Okay,
See, he knows
so
because he's the manager.
That's true. He knows. Yeah, he's a time clocker.
He just doesn't like being complimented, but that's okay.
Yeah.
Hey, what I heard of you guys sounded good. Heard Cade singing "Lift Your Head." That sounded good.
True.
Jimmy
Same with
was-
you.
Jimmy was singing. What's the other one? What's the other? Saved.
Saved. They were
I
saved.
think
Sounded good.
we wanted to recreate when you were rolling up. Me and Jonah and Kate were doing the SpongeBob thing. So, where's your band?
You
They
should
couldn't
have.
show up. They died.
They died.
You should have said it a little bit louder. My kids would have loved that.
Yeah.
That was good.
I hope they bring a lot of ibuprofen.
Ibuprofen.
No, it was cool to see you guys.
Oh.
Glad we got to see you for at least a little bit.
Also, back-to-back winner of the election here on the lists. I win the
Yeah.
Star Wars, and back-to-back of Tyler getting last place.
Hey,
you love
I had
to
a couple
see it.
Last Jedi fans help me out on the Star Wars.
How do you feel that you lost to
poll.
the guy that likes The Last Jedi?
What's The Last Jedi?
Uh-huh.
Good movie.
That's my answer.
I'm
I like
gonna
how
tell you. I'm gonna tell you what screwed you up. You could have put the Christmas special with a Family Guy thing. The Christmas special is arguably the worst thing they've ever done.
It's funny. It's got like a Wookiee like
What
watching.
is the Family Guy one?
It's got like the Christmas special. Not only has like one of the best Boba Fett like animated things that's just so stupid. It has a Wookiee essentially watching like VR porn. There's like a shaving commercial in the middle of
Oh,
it.
for
Like,
real?
yeah, that thing
I
is
need to
like,
watch that.
we need to watch the Christmas special. It's insane. It's alluded that it's like VR porn. He like puts on a headset, like leans back in a chair, and he's watching like a Twilight girl like dance in like a
Oh.
bikini, and then the dad catches him and he's like, quickly pulls off the
No,
headset. Like, he got busted.
So
Oh,
I got
man.
back-to-back victories on this one.
You really
By
did.
quite a landslide.
Yeah,
Hey,
and also Empire at 3 for you is not didn't help your case either.
yeah. What did I did? Rogue One and Revenge of the Sith,
Yeah.
right?
There was
Mhm.
one.
I stand by that.
You can stand by it.
Mine calls weren't too off, except it had a little bit more glazing for the sequels. A little
Yeah,
bit. I hype up
you
Last
did
Jedi a
glaze
lot.
the
It was
Disney trilogy to an extent.
a little bit. Well, I mean,
A lot
was-
of it.
It was 5 and 6, I think. No, it was 6 and 7.
It's glazing, but like it's not submerged in glaze.
No, I didn't say they were the best, but they're
You weren't like going under the Krispy Kreme fountain.
no.
It's just like
I
a
was more of
little
like a mom and pop bakery glaze. Like it was
Like
a
it's
little
there.
glaze.
Like you
yeah.
can see the glaze. But like,
Yeah.
I will say, Last Jedi better than Episode 1 and 2.
No.
no.
Yeah, it
Actually,
is.
no.
Actually,
and
no.
7 and 9.
Do you actually feel that way?
I do.
I think you're doing a bit.
No, I'm
There's
not doing
no
a bit.
way that we watched the same movie.
It's
It's like,
better.
listen, hold up. The mask is coming off. I do a bit. Yeah, this might be hard to believe. I do a bit when I pretend that episodes 8 and 9 aren't real. I know they're real.
Well, I know.
For the
we know
I know I probably shouldn't admit that out loud. I know they're fake. Or I know they're real.
I think he doesn't know what he believes.
You're convinced that they're not real.
Yeah, I've
Yeah.
been doing this for years.
We're
You actually think that 8 is better than 1 and 2?
Yeah, I like 8 more. I don't think 8 is. I joke about 8 being like great because it's funny because you get mad, but 8 has a lot of problems. But I think 1 and 2 have more problems, and I think 8's a much better made movie with a better script.
Well,
Better-
thank
it-
you guys for tuning in to the movie
Jonah,
rubric.
you're
I'm going to
fired.
end it there. We will be back. This is like the third, fourth, fifth time we fired Jonah.
yeah.
Hey,
he gets fired at least once a week.
They hate me because I'm real. I'm real, and it's better than 9. Of course,
He is a different
And
generation
it's better than
than
Solo.
us.
Yeah.
I've agreed. It might be better than Solo.
I
That's
mean,
hard to say.
According to
Listen,
your list, it's not.
We want you to be a part of the propaganda podcast.
Did I even put
here.
Solo on my list?
No,
Yeah, I think
you didn't. You ignored that one
Yeah.
too.
you did too. I thought it was right above Holiday Special.
8. I don't know. I don't know which was better, Solo or 8. I only watched Solo once. I've seen 8 like 4 times.
Solo,
I don't hate Solo. It just tastes like a rice cake. There's nothing to it.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. I
Yeah,
feel like
yeah.
Solo wasn't good or bad. It just was there.
It just was there. It
It
just kind of was a
exists.
movie. Yeah.
For what it's worth, Episode 8, as many glaring problems as it has some cool stuff here and there.
Yeah.
what?
It's Cajun food. They throw a lot of seasoning in the pot. Some
Cool.
of
My
it's good,
problem
some
with
of it's
8
bad.
isn't that it's not like there's not a couple good nuggets sprinkled in between here and there. It's just like, imagine that like those nuggets are covered in like they're at the bottom of a toilet bowl, and I just got eaten done like Taco Bell. Like it's just like
Hey, no, I view it. They threw a lot of spices in there, and then they had a little too much paprika sometimes.
Yeah.
Paprika is not bad.
And
but,
then Episode 9 came along, and they were like, "What if we pretended the toilet wasn't even here, and we just like went to a different restaurant, different toilet, and just pretended that nothing happened?" And then they ignored those good nuggets of gold and just did their own thing.
Yeah, and they tried to put a bunch of sugar on there, but you can't do all sugar. You
This is a
can't do
weird
all
poop
sugar.
analogy, weird poop bowl analogy,
I'm just letting you guys cook.
guys.
Cook and poop.
Speaking of glazing, some people should work for Krispy Kreme because to say that Thunderbolts is the best thing since Endgame, factually incorrect. I'm going to go ahead and get that out of the way. The minor spoiler, given an opinion of the movie, that was good.
I will say it's top 5 since Endgame.
I would agree.
And I would, but see, like that's not okay.
There's
Jonah
been a lot of movies. Endgame came out 6 years ago now.
So Jonah and I were talking about this on the way home. Cole, will you list off what has come out since Endgame? Because there hasn't been that many.
every movie. We go on the line here. We try to list. So we had Shang-Chi. We had
I forgot about Shang-Chi.
Spider-Man Far From Home and No Way Home.
Okay.
We had
Widow.
Black Widow.
Wait, hold up. Both of those were post Endgame?
Mhm.
Far From Home was right
Jeez.
after Endgame. Like
Why
2
does it
months.
feel like it hasn't been that long since?
Because
Endgame?
it's been 6 years since Endgame.
Life passes?
We had a pandemic in
Is that the
between.
same?
And I saw my reflection.
I don't know the song.
Let's see. We had Black Widow. We had Multiverse of Madness. We had
All right, hold up. This is going to be stupid. I need you to redo the list. I know you have it. And what we're going to do is we're going to say better. This movie, Thunderbolts, is better or worse than that film.
Okay, I like that. I like that.
Here.
Yeah.
Hold on. MCU post Endgame
We're very prepared.
watch. Or,
Yeah.
Okay.
I like this. It's like it was like Tinder. No,
Yeah, a little bit.
a little bit.
Doing
You
some
swiping, better
yeah.
or worse. Yeah.
Get out of here, Radio Times. I don't want to read about your article.
Why
Okay.
not? What if they wrote a really good article?
Okay, here we go. Let's see.
Or Radio
Endgame. Okay.
Times.
No, let me just look at the. Okay.
No.
No.
It's over here. Okay,
No.
All right. So Shang-Chi.
I think that the first half of Shang-Chi was better than this movie, but the second half of Shang-Chi was not good, so this movie's better.
I think this is close.
This movie Thunderbolts is
But
better than Shang-Chi,
I put Thunderbolts a little better, but
And
it's
it's-
close for me.
and it's not even close.
Because of the second half.
Really,
Yeah.
I like Shang-Chi a lot.
Jordan, I love kung fu movies. I really do. And the first half of Shang-Chi had a little bit of magic, but like it was more grounded. It even did some of like the wire line stuff, like that kind of like hailed back to like old like Japanese, Chinese like martial art movies. And then in the second half, they're like, what if we didn't do kung fu and we did laser battles with a dragon? And
True.
it lost me.
I didn't like the second half that much either, but I think I hated it. We talked about this. I hated it less than everybody else did. So I still liked it, but definitely I think Thunderbolts is a little
So
better.
Thunderbolts is better than Shang-Chi.
Absolutely.
Okay.
Far From Home.
Better.
Not. Oh,
Ooh,
you think it's better than Far From Home?
I say Far From Home is better.
No,
I
Far
say-
From Home's better. That's
No,
what I
okay.
meant.
I was going to say, I say Far From Home is better than this movie.
It's
I got mixed
the
up.
weakest of that trilogy, but it's still a good movie.
I love Far From Home.
Yeah, I love Far From Home. Yeah,
Yeah.
I thought it was really good.
It's good, but like compared to Homecoming and No Way Home, it's
I haven't seen Homecoming in a really hot second.
It is my least favorite of the Tom Holland.
now
But they're all good though.
Eternals. Thunderbolts is definitely better than Eternals.
Thunderbolts is better than Eternal.
Eternals was not good.
I didn't even watch that one.
I didn't hate that movie. I appreciate that it tried to do something different, but yes, it did not land. It was just okay.
Black Widow.
This movie was better than Black Widow.
Yeah.
This is definitely better than Blood. Yes,
No Way Home.
This movie was not better than No Way.
not better than
Say-
No Way Home.
you see,
No.
you know, we just want it. And No Way Home is chef's kiss.
It's peak, yeah.
Multiverse of Madness.
Mm.
I'm a defender of Multiverse of Madness.
I like
but
Multiverse of Madness, but I'm going to say Thunderbolts is better.
I think Multiverse of Madness has a ton of good sauce from Sam Raimi, but in terms of the script and overall, I think Thunderbolts is a little better.
This is tough because
I'd give me Thunderbolts over Multiverse
both of
Madness.
these movies kind of boil down to like not a real final fight, just like alternative fights. I would say, oh, that's tough. I don't know. I'd have to watch them again. That's a really tough one for me. Right now, I'm leaning Thunderbolts because of recency bias, but I
Mhm.
do remember like not loving Multiverse of Madness, but it was not bad either. I'd say Thunderbolts is probably better.
Yeah, there's parts of Multiverse of Madness I love. I think it's overhated. People hate on that movie.
Yeah, I
But-
didn't hate it. Just I wish it was more cohesive.
I wish the script was better.
Yeah.
Oh.
Everything else about it was fun.
Thor: Love and Thunder.
This is better than Thor: Love
Say,
and
it
Thunder.
definitely was better than Thor: Love and
I
Thunder,
didn't even watch that.
and it's
either.
definitely better than this next one, Black Panther: Wakanda Forever.
I don't.
I didn't watch that either.
I liked that one.
Thunderbolts easily better than Wakanda Forever.
You think so?
Absolutely, not even close.
I
dude.
thought we hold up. We did that one for a podcast.
that was the
didn't we?
very first episode we did.
Okay. I liked that movie. You didn't like it? You
I
think
mean-
this one was easy better?
Yeah, I would
Okay.
100% watch this more than I would watch. I think even down the road, I'm confident that I'm going to like Thunderbolts more than Black Panther. Wakanda
I only
Forever.
saw it the one time. Maybe I just need to go rewatch it. It definitely had some problems, but I enjoyed it, and I thought it was like an emotional, like down to earth story when all things considered. But okay, so I'm indifferent. I'll give it to you. Maybe Thunderbolts is better than that movie. I
Ant-Man and the Wasp: Quantumania.
think this movie was better than Quantumania.
This movie
Yeah.
is much better than Quantum
Yeah.
Mania.
Yeah.
Quantumania has some fun stuff,
Uh-huh.
but yeah, overall, this is the better movie.
Yes.
Guardians 3. It is not better than Guardians
This was
3.
not better
Not
than
better
Guardians.
than
3.
Guardians.
Yeah,
I agree.
no.
Yeah.
Sorry.
The Marvels.
This was better than the Marvels.
Yeah. Marvels wasn't bad. Wasn't necessarily good, though.
Yeah.
I did
very
not watch
mid.
that either.
Oh, I mean, okay. Deadpool and Wolverine.
This was not better
Not
than
better than Deadpool
Wolverine.
and Wolverine.
You think so?
No.
Okay. I'm gonna say it's not better, but
Did we just
Here's-
bully you into
here's
that?
the thing. I'm not as big of like a fox head as other people are. But so here's the thing, like Deadpool and Wolverine, the script's all over the place, but it's so fun. So I'm gonna put it higher. But as a cohesive full movie, I think Thunderbolts it's close in comparison. But it's not. I don't think it's better. But it's not as jaw dropping.
I'd say Deadpool Wolverine clears it.
Yeah, I say. All right.
Then Captain America: Brave New World. Didn't see it.
I didn't see.
I would imagine though that Thunderbolts is better.
Really, we should watch it.
We should watch it.
I thought it would have made a really good podcast episode, but we were so busy during the 3 weeks it was in theaters that we never got around to it.
I think it was in theaters forever.
That was around when we
I
were
said 3
planning
weeks.
for
3 weeks is a long time for a movie that did that poorly.
We were planning. That was during the bracket. We were doing all that stuff, getting that together.
Yeah.
So.
I say when that hits streaming, which has got to be any day now, right?
It's on there, I think.
Wow.
On Disney Plus, I think it's on there.
Guys, thank you for tuning in. We're going to go watch
Be right back.
Brave New World real fast.
Double feature.
I say we do a Brave New World episode. I'm
good.
This
movie got me in more of a Marvel mood now.
I had an idea where we set up the soundboard and we watch the movie and we like clap sync the beginning so the audience can watch it with us, and then we do like a watch along episode.
That'd be fun.
That'd be fun.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think that'd be
First
kinda
episode
cool.
on our Patreon. We don't have that. No go looking for it. I just made that up.
It's like don't send people away.
Give us money.
Is that everything?
Yeah.
So how many movies are better? 3? Better than Thunderbolts in our minds.
Far From Home,
Both Spiderman.
No Way Home,
Guardians,
Deadpool. So 4. So if that's number 5, that's in top 5.
top 5.
Then.
I would
Yeah.
agree with, and like I said, I felt like it was top 5. I'll give it that. Yeah.
I told you guys that. Well, I told Tyler this. You weren't there, but when we left the movie, I do feel like more than any other movie. Like I've liked other movies more, but without spoilers, I feel like this movie made me the most. Like got me reinvested in the overall MCU stuff. Like this made me feel like I'm like really investing. I'm invested to see where this goes more than any other one. Like Spider-Man's good, but I'm like that was kind of its own thing.
I had very low expectations for this movie when it was being advertised.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm more excited to see the Thunderbolts again than like I can't really talk about this without spoilers.
Yeah.
The other characters.
Whenever they were talking about this movie, I was not excited at all. And then I saw the trailer. One of the movies we went and saw recently.
Nosferatu?
It was Minecraft, I think.
Probably Minecraft.
Saw a trailer for this at
Chicken
Minecraft, and I
Jackie.
went, "Oh,
Chicken Jackie.
that actually kind of interesting." And then everyone started just glazing. I mean, just like left, right, up, and down. Like it was just people were like, "This is the best Marvel movie since Endgame." One person said it's their favorite Marvel movie. That person's opinion is now invalid to me. Like, yeah, but like it was. So I went in with really high expectations, and maybe that's why I was a little let down. Maybe I don't know.
I did really like it. It's grown on me more, I think, in the last few days.
Yeah, I probably need to watch it again. But like I said, it was good. It was good.
Mm-hmm.
Well, do we want to go? We're at 20 minutes. We filled 20 minutes. That was awesome. Do we want to go ahead and get into spoilers?
Yeah, let's do it.
Okay. I'll for real quick. I'm going to give it 1 thumbs up. Go to the theaters to see it. Support your local theater. I think this one's not something that you need to see in theaters. Like it's not like a spectacle, but it was entertaining, and I think you should go see it.
Yep.
You guys read that on the thumb scale.
I'm agree on thumbs up.
Yep.
1 thumb.
Yeah.
1 thumb. Okay.
Especially if you're a Marvel fan, I think this is a good one to watch.
All right.
It's definitely setting us up for what's coming down the line, which
Finally, a movie away from the big one, and I feel like the story's going somewhere.
yeah, it took them long enough, which I get it. They had a bunch of issues.
Yeah, had some
with-
problems.
They didn't know Jonathan Majors was going to be a criminal. But
Yeah.
this is like the donkey video. I'm so sorry. I didn't know. Out of respect to the families, I'm not.
I didn't know he would do unspeakable acts.
They're calling me more evil than Voldemort. The Sonic fans are now suing me for defamation. I don't think that's how that works.
Oh man. All right. Well, let's get into it. We're talking about spoilers. Spoiler warning. Woo. Yes, Jonah, I agree. I think they're just ditching the Kang storyline from what I kind of read.
Well,
Yeah.
it's rumored. Now, take it with a very slight grain of salt here. That there's going to open, like Doomsday or whatever's going to open up with Doctor Doom just slaughtering all those Kangs.
Yeah.
That seems too easy.
Yeah.
That seems too easy.
But also, it's like are you just going to forget
Ignore
all that?
that happened?
All
Like,
of Loki, all of Ant-Man, you're just going to forget all that?
I get it. They are kind of in a tough spot because of real life things.
I feel like him slaughtering it all is drawing attention to it. and then like, but if they were just to ignore it, I think most people would forget.
But then they'd be like,
Yeah.
well, what happened to all the? There'd be someone that's going to ask, what happened to all the Kangs?
He has this Kang T-shirt, and I was like, "Guys, what happened to Kang?"
I don't know.
Dang
Kang
it.
was supposed to be the guy.
Yeah,
He's the man.
Yeah. But now we got Doomsday, which they had to pivot because of
Yeah.
real life situation, which is tough. That same thing with, there's stuff that you can't control, like look at Wakanda Forever. But they handled the real life tragedy there perfectly, I thought.
Yeah.
Where it's like you have to address this in some way.
yeah.
Well, here's where we were talking about this. I think most of the charges, if not all the charges against Jonathan Majors were dropped, weren't they?
Yeah, but now they've already committed to this.
But that makes me think they won't completely ditch it. Like maybe they'll use it they'll finish it up in a TV.
I think he's going to make an appearance.
Yeah, I think they'll do it. Finish it like a TV spinoff. Like, are we doing another Loki season? I don't know. Like,
I don't think so. But Tom Hiddleston's in Doomsday. The cast came out, so
Yeah.
I'm sure they'll have to mention him somewhere because he's such a big part of the show.
Yeah.
yeah,
So,
I don't know. I just feel like they'll do something with
Let's
it.
say their backs are against the wall, and you know what? Maybe they pull something out of their butt. I have no idea. Maybe they don't.
Maybe.
yeah.
Well, going into this thing though, the very end of this movie, the like post credit scene, did show because I was talking with Jonah before the movie. I was like, I wonder how they're going to get the Fantastic Four into our universe.
Literally
because,
right before the post-credit scene came on. You
Yeah,
said
and
that,
then
yeah.
they showed the Fantastic Four ship. I was like, okay, so Jonah had a really good. Do you remember and want to pitch your theory of how the Fantastic Four movie is going to end?
Yeah, this is not really a my theory. I've heard this online. I was like, that makes a lot of sense. But the theory is that in the movie, Galactus is gonna win. He's gonna eat their planet, and they're like, oh man, we gotta find out how to fix this, but we have to leave. There's no Earth left, and then they're gonna get in a little Reed Richards ship and fly into our world. Or Doctor Doom's gonna show up and destroy their world. Something's gonna happen.
I don't think that's an awful theory. My only thing about it, I don't want to say this. How does that bring Doom in?
I could see Doom being at the end of it too, or it's just I'm not
after
sure.
credits thing to have Doom just
Wipe out their Earth or something. Because my thought is like somehow they're either to Galactus or Doom they're gonna lose in their movie. Because in the movie, like all the citizens are like, "Are we safe? Like, can you protect us?" And there's this vibe of like they don't think they can win. So I'm wondering if it's gonna have them failing and all these people are
Fantastic
gonna die.
Four, not taking dubs out here.
This is a loose theory that I'm literally just kind of like throwing out right now, and I very, very minorly talked about it with Jonah. It's not concrete at all. I think we're not going to see Dr. Evil Doom in the Fantastic Four movie. If we see a Dr. Doom, I think my theory is we're going to see Tony Stark, alternate universe Tony Stark. Something's going to happen to him, and at the end of the movie, he's going to turn into the evil Dr. Doom.
When you said Dr. Evil, I thought of Austin Powers.
Yeah,
like,
no.
we're gonna get Austin Powers.
I don't think we're getting. I don't know. Maybe
mean,
we'll
that'd
get,
be cool.
Maybe we'll get Victor Von Doom. I think we're going to get Tony Stark as Dr. Doom.
Honestly, that'd be.
I don't know why like they would cast him if they weren't doing that.
Then we're
you
going to
know?
do that, right? Yeah.
Which I'm not a huge fan of, but like I don't know why you would.
I think if you're
going to
bring him back in like a big way. And
Yeah.
we've done 3 Fantastic Four reboots at this point, right? They've all had Victor Von Doom. They've all been awful. I mean,
yeah, but they never done him right. It'd be nice to get a Victor Von Doom that's like good before we get Tony Stark.
Now,
and
here's
Dr.
the
Doom, you know what I
thing.
mean?
This movie could suck, but I think Robert Downey Jr. is going to kill it.
Oh, yeah.
Regardless of what he's gonna have to. Even if it's not good, he's gonna definitely.
have we
gonna
seen
kill
him in the Fantastic Four trailer?
No,
No,
I didn't think so.
I don't even know if
he may not
they
be
had
in it.
planned for that
But
when they filmed it. Yeah,
That's my thing. Is
Yeah,
I'm thinking
when did filming happen and when did they?
we can look that up in a
Yeah.
little bit. I think towards the end of that movie, we're gonna see like Tony Stark try to help out. Because comically, I say almost historically, like in the comics, like Tony and Mr. Fantastic help each other a lot. Like they're like
Yeah.
almost coworkers oftentimes whenever it comes to like Avengers and threats and stuff like that. I think we're gonna see Tony Stark go to help get turned into Victor Von Doom. I almost wonder if that ship at the end of the movie isn't Victor Von Doom like crashing into our Earth.
like hijack their ship or something. Yeah,
And then we're gonna see like the Fantastic Four crew try to crack universe hopping to like come rescue us from Victor. But I'm wondering almost if like we're gonna leave Fantastic Four out of it for a little bit and have Victor Von Doom fight us without the Fantastic Four in our universe, and that's him in the ship.
yeah,
That's my theory.
that'd be cool. See,
But
this is
that's-
fun. People are like actually like
Yeah,
Making
you're right.
theories
Yeah,
about
you're totally
post-credits.
right.
I feel like that hasn't happened in a while. That's what I mean. But like, I'm excited about it. You know?
It is fun to do theory crafting that's not like, well, we saw the president turn into the Hulk in the trailer, so we know that
He must be the president. Or must be the Hulk.
must be Red Hulk.
I think this might be the Red Hulk.
I think Red Hulk's in this
This is a
movie.
theory.
Yeah. You said they spoiled something for you for this movie before we even got down.
Yeah. We saw the movie like I think a week after it came out, and I think it was the day before we went. I was on Twitter. That was already a bad idea.
X. Formerly known as Twitter.
Yeah, fancily X. But yeah, and Marvel Studios official posted like a modified poster with like the Thunderbolts logo crossed out and it says the New Avengers on it. They posted a lot like, "Go catch the New Avengers in theaters, haha." But it's like, dang, dude, I didn't even watch it.
Yeah.
I get it was a week after, but like, you're Marvel Studios. Did you have to post that?
Yeah, that's
You know?
valid.
Yeah,
They're just
not a huge spoiler,
I was
but
spoiled.
it made it less cool.
I'm
Yeah.
mad. I was spoiled that the little girl was gonna die on Facebook.
Oh,
Yeah. Someone like posted a comic, was like, this scene devastated me. And they posted it like a day after the movie
he
came
didn't
out.
even die. He was fine.
But like the fact that happened.
She got
Yeah.
banished
So,
to the shadow realm.
I was
Why post
so
about it? Yeah.
so mad when I saw that, and then I was like, maybe it's not that big of a deal. And then we got to the theater. I was like, that would have been a huge moment for me.
Yeah.
I hadn't been waiting for it. That would have
Yeah.
been huge. So
It was a huge
L
moment.
people, don't spoil us. Please,
Yeah.
please spoil stuff.
it also like spoiled
Good
for
talk.
me that like he was gonna turn like Sentinel was gonna turn evil and stuff like that. Like not that we didn't kind of see it coming, but like how he was gonna turn evil really kind of spoiled that too.
Yeah,
So
that was in the trailers. It was the Evil Void, which I wish they didn't. I wish they didn't do that either. But you know,
this is why I don't watch trailers.
Yeah.
I saw like half of the one when we were at Minecraft, and that was about it. So, and I should have stayed off the internet, but I didn't expect someone to be posting Thunderbolt spoilers less than 24 hours after the movie came out.
yeah,
Yeah.
people crazy.
It's actually insane.
Yeah,
All right, well, let's go ahead and get into favorite character, least favorite moment,
Yeah.
least favorite moment,
Mhm.
because I feel like we're getting tangential, and I like it, but I want to drive the train a little bit. I easily have a least favorite character in this movie, and it might be controversial.
let me think of
Who do you think
mine
it
would
is?
be. I'm gonna guess you're gonna say
We'd say Sentinel or Sentry.
Sentry? What's a Sentinel? Or
no.
Sentry?
You're gonna
Sentry.
say
John Walker.
I hope I don't say John Walker. You're gonna say the assistant lady.
No, Bucky.
Bucky.
What?
I thought
Really?
that Bucky in this movie was almost useless. He served almost zero purpose.
He aura farmed.
barely.
He did.
He wasn't the like struggling redemption arc. Like he's had all that, right?
Mhm.
So he doesn't have the character arc that they had.
The good politician didn't
He's
answer
a
a single question.
He's a politician,
True.
but like he doesn't actually do any. We never see him actually do anything politician wise.
Well, yeah, he
the
said
scenes-
they're gonna figure stuff out, but he made sure to really drive home that they're just never answer the question.
With the exception of the limo scene, he doesn't really ever do anything even cool. As a matter of fact, like
When he blocked the car from those people with his arm, that was pretty cool.
barely. Like he realistically, you could have replaced Winter Soldier with any like super soldier, and the movie wouldn't have changed. Like,
but Bucky.
but that's the thing. And then I also thought that, gosh, what's the actor who plays Bucky?
Sebastian Stan.
It does kind of segue though the Valentina stuff into the Thunderbolt stuff because it's like, oh, Bucky's dealing with this, but then it also ties in here. But it kind of gives you an excuse to see what's going on with the Valentina lady, kind of.
Yeah, a little bit.
Yeah.
I thought this was some of his worst acting.
What? To be
I
fair, in
don't-
all the movies, he's always kind of just like,
He's like one.
I'm grumpy.
I don't know. There's a
Yeah.
couple scenes where he just was.
His arm in the dishwasher.
No one
Funny.
can see
Funny.
my face right now, but there's a couple scenes that it just looked like he was not trying. He was there to catch a paycheck, and he was just not
No,
acting.
I didn't think so.
He just
Eh.
said his lines.
That's
and,
kind of
like,
how he is, though.
That's it. Yeah, I mean,
He's stoic.
name any other movie where he like.
Infinity War. He's great in Infinity War.
I mean, he does the same thing though.
But I thought that he
He's kinda
delivered the
broods.
lines with like, you called it aura farming. He delivers the line with like Civil War. He was amazing in Civil War. Like as like an actor telling a story and stuff like that.
did-
Like that was
He's
fine.
just doing the same thing though.
No, I think he didn't do it as good in this movie. And then additionally, I think that you have all these washed up heroes who are looking for a redemption arc, and then Winter Soldier. And it just
So
kind of.
he's got to take the reins here. He's
But
got
he
to.
doesn't, though. That's the thing.
He's the veteran.
He
He's got to get
doesn't
out there
take
and
the reins.
lead
That's the
it.
problem. He doesn't, though. That's
He's
the
over there.
thing.
He's a silent leader. He is a Tim Duncan.
That's true.
He's there.
Now, he is a silent leader. Sometimes he's got to have that glue guy. If he's not there, they will fall apart.
That's valid. That's valid.
He's just there, and like I don't know. I think he gave almost nothing to the movie, and
No, he held that whole team together.
I think Cole's just like, and he's just being petty.
I'm sorry. I'm a Bucky fan.
Yeah,
See, I'm not the only one.
all right, but he was my least favorite character.
He was armed and
All right.
dangerous.
Let me hear
Again.
I'm actually really upset that they didn't say
Oh
that.
man, I mean,
They had such an opportunity.
Did you see the video of him like a PR video of
good.
him saying, and he's like says the lines, and he's actually has no idea what he was saying. He goes, and remember, guys, armed and dangerous again, 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 and
No.
make sure to buy my Thunderbolts skin in Rivals.
Did he actually say that?
It was like a PR thing they did from Rivals, like a crossover thing.
oh, I love it.
I actually really like his Thunderbolt skin rivals. I was looking at it
That's
last
where he
night.
has the big V.
Yeah, and then
Yeah.
like his MVP screen is him like blowing up the limo and flipping it over by punching
Oh,
the
that's
thing.
cool.
It's really sick.
He's like one of the funnest Rival characters. I love
I'm
him.
bad with him. I wish I was going to say. I wish
I'm
I
not
was
good with him
better.
either, but he's fun.
Wish I was
Yeah.
better with Bucky.
Yeah.
Are we doing least or
Oh,
favorite?
sorry. Yeah.
Least favorite character, yeah.
The one chick in the on the team that teleports?
Ghost?
Ghost.
Ghost. I don't really
Okay.
like Ghost. She was like just kind of eh.
Yeah.
I didn't hate Ghost, but she had the least going on. Like she
She's
just
the least
kinda,
memorable.
We
out
don't
of
really
all.
know much about her backstory.
She just was in a lab. Nothing new.
I get
really.
it. There has
Was
to be,
she in from something? Like, obviously she's from Marvel, but like, was she like in a TV show I
Ant-Man
missed?
and the Wasp.
Was she really?
Yep, she was the main villain of Ant-Man and the Wasp, but that movie's so forgettable. Nobody
Is that
remembered
bad
her.
that I don't remember?
She was the main
all?
one.
Oh, man, I don't remember her at all in that.
That's one of the
I
worst
believe
Marvel
ya.
movies, so I don't blame you.
All right.
Not
And
a
she
bit.
had a white suit on in that one, and she couldn't take her mask off until they like helped her at the end. I don't
Oh,
think.
okay.
No,
Not
they
one
could.
bit.
Yeah,
Not one bit. Don't
Nope.
remember that.
Very forgettable movie, forgettable character. That's kind of the thing. She's not bad, but she just
She exists.
She was cool.
They had
Her
to fill out
powers
the
are
roster
cool.
some way.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah,
So, Ghost, okay, Jonah?
I'm gonna say I didn't hate any character in this movie, but the assistant lady,
Oh,
I felt like her arc didn't wrap up. Like it felt like they were hyping her up to do a redemption arc, and then she just kind of didn't do it.
yeah, I didn't care for her either. Because you're right. Like, she ends up just kind of being evil again at the end. And
Yeah, or complacent.
the help that she gives was also useless for the most part, too. Like,
Yeah, because she like gives them details of I don't even remember, but
she kind of tells Bucky where they're at once.
like I don't know. Yeah, like you said, it's not a lot. Doesn't do a lot. And then if they had her have like a redeeming moment, I wouldn't have loved her, but it would have been. It just felt very. They'd forgot about her.
Yeah.
So,
All right.
Yeah.
Favorite characters?
Easy.
Ooh, tough
Yeah.
one.
Is it
Easy.
easy for who is it?
John Walker.
Yeah.
Ooh, that's tough.
Oh, he is so good. I knew about him from the I didn't watch the show. What was it? Falcon and Winter Soldier.
They're not terrorists.
They're not
oh
terrorists.
my gosh, I could rant about that show and how they did
Like
John
here,
Walker so dirty.
but when I saw they had like bootleg Captain America, I'm like, what the heck?
Here's the problem, though. He's supposed to be done dirty.
Yeah,
That's the thing.
but
they
he
didn't write
But
him
I
good.
feel like the audience just kind of took it weird.
Yeah, it's like, oh my gosh, you're just trying to shoehorn another like. But he in this movie cracked me up every time he said
Yeah.
anything.
Here's the thing. Sorry, minor side tangent about Falcon and the Winter Soldier. They try to write him like he's morally ambiguous, but sympathetic. They wanted to be sympathetic, but they did a bad job writing it because it's like, okay, he killed a guy with Captain America's shield in broad daylight. Okay, one, Captain America had no kill rule.
Yeah.
He offed people all the time, and then they're like, well, he was surrendering. It's like, no, he wasn't. He
Nope.
said it wasn't me, and he put his hands up because he knew he was gonna die. And also, if my best friend was murdered by a terrorist, I think
Yeah.
if I saw like a decorated soldier kill a terrorist in public because they killed his best friend, I feel like I'd be like, no man, I get it. That's fine.
I think that show was trying to push a really weird.
The weird time
Agenda.
Weird time
Yeah.
in America.
Yeah, it was trying to push an agenda for sure. But yeah, like I remember finishing that show liking John Walker, and I liked the idea of this like American man didn't necessarily ask for this job. He's been promoted. He's given the shield. He has big boots to fill. He made a mistake. Like I liked that,
Yeah.
but the audience hated him, and I never got it.
Well,
I
this
never
movie-
understood why they hated
This
him.
movie
Yeah.
has brought him back to I think people liking him.
Oh, he's turned around. A lot of people like
Yeah.
him now.
Good.
Yeah.
He just like was just such a jerk, and I loved it. Like every time he said anything.
Yeah, he's
Yeah.
a jerk, but he's real. When you're like, did you kill an innocent man? He goes,
Innocent. Though. I like the meme, Jonah. You said like John Walker would definitely turn his body cam.
Yeah,
off.
I read that. I was like, that's a very accurate depiction of his character. John Walker would turn his body cam
That's
off.
pretty
Like when someone Valentina calls him bootleg Captain America and he just immediately reaches for his gun he's going to offer. And then he's like, stop. That was funny.
Yeah.
that was good.
But he's
John
they're
Walker.
bragging about his accomplishments, like high school state football champs 3 years in a row.
Yeah. Yeah. Man, I would say John Walker. I really liked Yelena though. I thought she's a really good lead character. I also like Sentry a lot though.
Yelena was
cool.
a really good lead character. I agree with you there. It brought her story kind of full circle.
Good old Bob.
I appreciated it. I really liked it. I think my favorite was the Red Guardian.
Oh yeah.
Oh, he was
David
great.
Harbour was great in this movie.
Scene stealer.
David, he is so funny. Just in everything anytime he's in a scene, he is my favorite character of the scene. He's so good. My favorite line was just a stupid little one-off line, and he was like, hey, what is the plan? And then Bucky crashes through the front door, and he gets out and goes, I like this plan.
Yeah, he's great.
I love that.
No, him coming in, jumping ahead a bit. The post credit scene.
Oh, and the
Avengers with the
I got you all one
With the Z.
It's got Sam Wilson over doing his own Avengers thing, and
Yeah.
Civil War 2. Is that what we're leading to?
Yeah, that was great.
Oh, I hope. Yeah, no, he was easily my favorite character.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He was a scene stealer for sure.
Okay. Any other? I mean, I liked most of the characters in this
Florence
movie.
Pugh's character was good.
I liked
Yelena.
everybody.
Guardian.
That was
Great.
Yelena, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Okay, we're talking about the same person. Yeah, I really liked her. I liked Red Guardian. I liked John Walker. I agree that Ghost was
Sentry.
weak sauce.
I like
Bob-
Sentry a lot.
Yeah, I really liked Sentry. He was good.
Yeah, he was.
He was interesting.
Bob was really funny, and then when he became Sentry, and then he's a cool villain also. Like
My only this is gonna sound. I don't know how to phrase this without. I'm gonna look like a monster.
Yeah,
I'm gonna
go
sound like
for
a
it.
monster.
Cole's ready.
I can't wait for the end of the year review when we get to bring these clips up.
Did they ever show what caused Bob to be as mentally distraught and become like a meth addict the way that he was? Like we see him in an attic, and there's like some fighting going on downstairs, but it wasn't like we didn't like look through the floorboards and see his dad like beating him with a belt or anything. Like his parents were just fighting. So like, did we ever show?
Maybe it's implied that
I think it was implied that his dad beat him because I think there's a throwaway line about it.
I
from
think they should have
Valentina.
implied it more or shown it. Like we're
Yeah.
showing, we show
a little girl got
little
sent to the
girl
shadow
get
realm.
domed. Yeah, like
killed. Yeah,
we showed so many dark scenes, and then it's like,
And it's good to be dark sometimes. It's
yeah,
good.
and
Yeah.
like I loved Bob's character. I love that he is depressed and that he's battling it. Like
I
love
love
that
that
he's
he's Bob's
depressed.
depressed.
it's good. Like,
It's interesting.
Marvel doesn't do that often. You know
Yeah.
what I mean? I
Yeah.
really liked it. I kind of wish we had seen what led to it. Or on the flip side of that, maybe they should have shown that there wasn't a traumatic event and to be like, some people just have depression and fall into bad choices. That's also a route you could go.
Yeah.
Instead, they implied that there was something really bad, never actually showed it, never told us what it was. But I think it would have been better if they chose one or the other. Show us the traumatic childhood when we're running through the shadow realm, like take us like from child up to like meth head.
Yeah.
Or show us that like, hey, normal people who don't have traumatic backstories sometimes make bad choices and
Yeah.
deal with depression.
'Cause that's real.
That's
Yeah,
real. That's
that's real.
also, I feel like they copped out by not doing either one.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That being said, I still really liked them.
a cool character.
really interesting.
I
Character.
felt like I could have done that better.
Random thought.
Kirsten, hold up real quick. Kirsten makes fun of me because she says I'm not negative enough. And I was like, I feel like I'm usually one of the more
Ooh, man,
negative
you called
people.
her out.
Like I'm
Boom.
one of the more negative
Directly.
people on the podcast. So there it was.
True.
That was my negative.
There you go,
Hater
Kirsten.
arc. Yeah. Oh yeah. So we live in a town that has a lot of. Are you okay?
The way you said it, just we live in a society. It's like
We
we
live in a
live.
town.
We live in a society.
We live in a town.
We live in hypothetically.
We
I don't know why
live.
it been true.
We are
Hypothetically
in.
speaking, if we lived in a town,
We
we
are
live in
in what
Providence.
society calls a house.
House. No.
You ever heard of this game called Mario Kart? Sorry, that was a throwback to last episode. I'm sorry.
Classic
Continue.
though.
chicken jock.
Check out the last episode.
Shout out to the movie.
Shout out to the movie.
Maybe
Rubric.
you've heard of it.
Perhaps you've heard of them.
We'll link them down below. Go check them out. But we live in a town that, has historically had a lot of meth users. They are never that good looking. Are we for real? Are we saying that
Bro,
a meth head
are your
looks that
socks
good?
on?
They're on and tight.
Okay.
Um
I don't know if that makes it better or worse.
Bob should have like no teeth,
I feel like I feel like for the audience, we need to not do inside jokes. For clarify Cole's comment about that, we have an inside joke that something can't be gay if everyone's wearing socks.
Yeah.
So for the record,
No, I
So no
think
one
it
gets
would be better to
confused.
just leave them in the dark.
yeah.
So random side tangent, but yeah, meth heads are never that attractive.
Yeah, it's well, to be fair, we never see him not super serumed up.
We do. Because
When
I
he's
thought
the
the
chicken.
same thing. When he has the they find the files on the experiments, they have him pre-experiment in a photo, and it was the same.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're right.
He just was wearing like more ratty clothes.
Like he should have been missing some teeth in that photo or something.
Or just looked.
Looked like a meth head.
I know they're not going to do that, but I'm just saying. Like, I mean, let's be real
The
here.
actor needs to just take some meth.
And just method act.
Ha!
Method act.
That would have been good. That would have been good.
That wasn't me.
Was it me?
Wasn't me.
I don't know where that's coming from.
I think it's my wife in the other room. Yeah, I kind of wish they had, speaking of that, the movie opens with Yelena going to like a lab and we see the scar marks on the wall. And I remember very vividly whenever he started smoking people, I was like, oh, like Yelena saw some people smoked. Like, I kind of wish we had more heavily tied back to that situation because it's implied that that lab was where he was being stored and it was cleared out to take to where they found him.
Mhm.
But Yelena blew up that lab. So when was it cleared? Because she blew it up.
What do you mean?
So she was sent there to blow up a lab.
Mhm.
Right.
We see later that Sentinel was at that lab and had killed those scientists and was in that room. So that's implied that's where his body was being kept.
Or maybe they already moved it.
Yeah,
I don't know.
I think there was in like the storage of
But
like,
if they
the
already
one
had,
lady storage.
but if they
Valentina.
already had a chance to move him and clear out the lab, then why is Yelena there to clear and blow up the lab?
because it's a job.
That's a good point. Because hang on.
I
Why
think there
wouldn't
was.
they
I think there
just-
was more, wasn't there?
Well, I
Was there?
I
That's
think
what I'm saying.
I think
like,
there were. I believe it was implied when they were doing like, oh yeah, hey, one of people from the Century Project. There's one more left, and I guess maybe they forgot about that one.
well,
I think maybe.
it-
Sorry, go ahead.
she said that they cleared out like she's like that's where we dumped all the stuff from that project and she's like we already cleared out that and threw it in the furnace and then so which implies that the lab was cleared out. So if that's the case, why this and Yelena there?
I assume the implication is that they wanted to completely clear their tracks. So, like, no, even make sure nothing's left, blow up anything we didn't move to the furnace. But then it's like, I don't know. You're already blown up the furnace, and Yelena already killed all the people. So, I don't know.
Yeah, it just doesn't make sense.
I think if they didn't blow up the place and they were just like, oh, Yelena needs to go kill the scientists
I'm
that are left
assuming
over,
maybe
that make more sense.
I'm just gonna go with the theory that there was more, and like maybe she forgot that Bob was a thing and lost track of where that one specific experiment went.
Maybe.
And because she had a bunch of stuff in storage.
Like I wish they had shown how he got sedated too.
Yeah.
Because like it's implied that when we saw the smoke people on the wall, like he smoked some people, for lack of a better term. He like avoided them, so
Mhm.
to speak.
Yeah.
So does that mean that means he was like evil boy mode?
Void.
So then how did he get like sedated, defeated, and put in a tube? I just want him to show it. Just show me
Maybe.
that.
I don't remember her seeing the smoke people,
I
but I
don't
could have
either.
forgot.
When she goes to the lab at the beginning, I mean, maybe I'm misremembering.
I don't remember that.
99% certain
There's like
that there
on
are
the wall.
two scientists like smear marks on the wall, implying that like he's been there, and the movie is implying that he has done this in a loop, like he's already gone dark and like had memory loss.
Mm.
So like, if he went dark, how did we sedate this man and lock him in a tube? That's what I want to see.
Yeah. I don't know.
I don't remember seeing the smoke things on the walls.
Maybe
I think we have to go back and watch the whole movie.
maybe I am blowing smoke and I'm making it up and I'm having like a hallucinogenic episode.
think you are.
I don't know.
I can
But,
see him
like,
doing. I could have
I am 90.
because I wanted to put that together because I didn't know about the void.
I'm 99% certain that I saw that.
Hmm.
I have one other really big plot hole. I'm actually going to mark this down as my least favorite moment. I think this was my least favorite moment. He starts smoking New York, the Valerino lady and her assistant, and everyone clears the streets and gets into buildings and starts running upstairs, like to try to get away. And then the whole city starts getting destroyed, with the exception of our five people who decide to go into the street and dive into the Shadow Realm to save people. Fine with all that. We hug the villain. We've defeated depression. We're back in the street. Valentino's in the street. She's just there. Even though she ran up the stairs, she's on the phone. And we walk through the little destroyed thing, and
The press is there already.
lo and behold, conveniently, in the minute and a half that people were not smoked, there's a whole news conference set up, LOL microphone live streaming to the world, just set up ready there. Oh, that made me mad. That's I don't know. That's
That was
just
a little
so
too quick.
cringy,
I
like
think-
cop out writing.
Yeah, I think what they were trying to do is that she called the press for Sentry,
Yeah.
and then that
She
went
did.
south. But
But
if that
press
happened,
was
they
already
would
on the
they
way.
would not be ready to
If
record.
they were there,
Yeah.
then they should have been there when the smoke started going off. Like whenever he started like vaporizing people, you should have had the vans and the press in the street get vaporized. Show them there.
Yeah, and if
They-
it was literally right after the Sentry was defeated, if that happened, I was a press guy, I would not be worried about
Yeah,
doing
like,
that. I would be done.
I'm calling
Yeah.
my wife. Like I'm like, I'm not immediately setting up a camera.
I'm not putting the camera back. Well, that was weird. Let's see what Valentino's doing. Yeah,
The grind don't stop.
let's see what's going on.
quirky.
Yeah,
Just like
Goofy.
That
no,
made me-
typical day in New York, honestly. Though,
I can suspend my disbelief a lot, and then that one, like I got a pretty thick suspension of disbelief helmet for Marvel movies, and that one chipped it. I was like, oh, that's rough. I don't like that.
yeah,
So that might be my least favorite moment.
that was the death of a unicorn, day and night
Yes.
moment for this movie.
Yes.
But
Which is still boggling to me.
You see, that really didn't bother me as much, I guess, as if it bothered you guys.
it
on
didn't
that.
bother me.
The
but
day
it
and night thing?
is-
No, the press.
The
No,
press
the day
thing.
and night thing. Yeah, that was
Oh.
bad.
it didn't bother me, but it doesn't make sense. It doesn't make sense.
Yeah. So that's my least favorite moment. You guys got a least favorite?
I'm looking at what we this movie is. We have a dude over here that turns into like dark version and is sending people to the shadow realm. I think we're okay with if it's like, oh, these press people showed up. I mean, it's a fantasy world here. It's superheroes. It's
I think what you could have done is like had an hour or so go by, and then they're trying to find what's her name, Valentina.
Valentina.
An hour or so goes by, they're trying to find
Is it like a cut or
Valentina
something?
and her assistant, because we think her assistant's turning over a new leaf, is like, or like maybe they find the assistant. They're like, where is she? And they get the assistant to talk because she's turning over a new leaf. And then when we get there, we find out that she has the press conference set up. It's been like an hour. You then wrap up the assistant storyline by like implying that she's turned a new leaf, but then actually heel turning at the end. Like,
And they're the new Avengers.
yeah, that would have
Yeah.
been so much better.
Yeah.
And could have taken maybe 2 more minutes of screen time in writing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I I have one other plot hole
Yeah.
that not plot hole, but kind of like a that I thought was like, when we think about it, that's kind of a dumb on her part. Valentina, so she just sent Yelena to die.
Yeah.
All right. So then she obviously has probably studied extensively on Elena, knows all about her. So she orders a limo service with the name of her father figure on the side, and then she sees a big man in costume in the front, and then is like, I'm just going to talk about how I just tried to kill Yelena.
Yeah.
And give a location as well.
Oh, Joan and I were
that's a
talking about
goofy.
this. There's a lot of lines in this movie that are just like, I'm going to sound like an old man. They're just like, they're right behind me, isn't it? Just kind of
There's some
lines,
Marvel
like,
humor moments.
yeah.
Yeah.
Just like there's one where it's like, and they're trapped in the bunker, and it's like, but what if they work together? That's impossible. They'll never work together. Well, boss, you might want to see this. They're working together.
Okay,
It's just
okay.
like, there's like 10 of those in the movie, and every time they happen,
Why
I'm
are
just
you
like,
trying to do like a Shaggy from Scooby Doo, but like not a good?
it's
My guys.
it's my green shirt today. It's my Shaggy vibes. I don't know. There was like 5 or 6 of those throughout the movie that were just like glaring. Just whoever
Yeah.
wrote those lines,
Much less than like Ant-Man Quantumania, but like
yeah.
a few more of those than I would have liked. in
Or
the
Death
movie.
of a Unicorn. Guys, it's
Guys, it's safe.
Impaled. Yeah. No, there's a couple of those that really aggravated me. But you're totally right about the Red Guardian. I didn't even think about that. That's actually really good.
Yeah, maybe they just don't know Red Guardians are dead, but
I just think like this whole like them meeting up. This is like the beginning of some D&D campaign over here.
for real though. Also, RP Taskmaster, they were like, I don't know what she's doing.
Yeah, it was kind of funny that like, all right, let's bring in all of these people that we've introduced and like do something with them. And it's like, except for Taskmaster.
Yeah, I feel like they're in the writer's
she
room.
can die.
Yeah, and the writers are like, what are you gonna do about Taskmaster? He's like, I don't
Yeah,
know.
F
Just-
her.
Shoot him in the
Die-
face.
Have her die. I don't know.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that was really funny. I had a problem of you want to vaporize people. Okay, you want to kill off. Sorry, you want to kill off 4 people. Was it?
Yeah.
You want to kill off 4
After-
people.
Yeah. then
Either
there's
they're going to
4.
kill each other, or you're going to.
So I have 2 problems. Your first problem is like having them all have like it was like a circle, right? They all
Yeah.
kill the person to the right
Yeah.
because someone still lives.
But then the first
and then
takes care of it.
also they're likely to just work it out and quickly realize what's going on, which our character did because she's not an idiot, right? Like
Yeah.
that's such weird. Like I don't know if they were trying to frame Valentina's not stupid, so I don't know why she did that. I thought that was really bad. 2, hypothetically, you're going to vaporize people. Maybe don't put a giant movie
Timer?
2-minute timer in the corner.
Looks cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, but that's the thing. It like
It's
it
a
was-
superhero movie, dude.
yes, but like there are moments where Marvel is somewhat realistic and grounded with those moments, and like seeing the 2-minute timer go off in the wall. That was another one of those lines. The 2-minute timer is counting down, and John Walker's like, "There's no way they're gonna vaporize us." She's like, "Do you not like feel the room like getting hotter?" And he's like, "Well, I guess you do say that." And then and he looks at the countdown timer on the wall. I just feel like you should have. If I'm Valentina, I'm gonna pay all 4 of these people to go clear this lab, and I'm gonna be like, you got to get to the bottom and like destroy the evidence that's there, and then when they get to the bottom, doors are going to immediately close and flame.
Yeah. Or just have them just take the timer out. Just like, oh, it's getting hot in here. We're about to get vaporized. Let's get out of here.
Yeah, like just
Yeah.
like remove the timer off the wall, have it preheated. You know what I mean? They get down there, and then as soon as they walk in, doors close, vaporize. Don't give them 2 minutes to do superheroes.
But then we wouldn't have a movie
Yeah.
then.
But you could.
We wouldn't have a movie.
That's
then.
where writing happens. That's where you figure out other things. They
M-
figure it out before.
movie
then.
got a movie. Is
There's a point. I don't know.
Tyler's on his cinema sins arc here.
yeah, he is. You're honestly, you're kind of getting worse
But
than
he
Cinema
does
Sins, which
have-
I have my own beef with Cinema Sins.
No,
too.
CinemaSins is like they schmirked in this scene.
It's like oh,
Just
what?
like
they blinked twice.
Yeah, CinemaSins.
You only have to blink
They're-
once.
What Cinema Sins? Can we just talk about it?
They get way too egregious.
They're a bunch of idiots over there.
It's a
Yeah.
verb now. You're cinema sensing it.
Well, I think he leans into it as a joke. That's like his. It's kind of like the movie pitch guy.
Pitch meeting.
Yeah, pitch meeting.
Pitch-
Kind of like pitch meeting.
Pitch meeting's at least funny.
Pitch meeting.
Yeah,
I
true.
think CinemaSins has moments where it's funny. I think he leans into the joke, but then I think sometimes they lean too far.
It just sounds like you're just being haters.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
people were allowed to like things.
I'm not trying to sound like a hater. I'm just like we're talking about a movie, and the point of our rubric is to like look at everything on its own. And I think there are so many weird plot holes in this movie.
There's some marvelly moments for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, a movie's got a movie.
But I don't know. You look at a movie like I always bring it up, Infinity War, near perfect movie.
I mean, that's kind of not a
But like,
fair comparison.
but that movie should have been harder to write than this.
You had years and years
All
of
these
build
characters, yeah.
Yeah, like it can't. Here's the thing: it can't.
and also you have
happen.
a longer runtime.
Made the movie. Make this movie longer. I don't know.
Not every movie needs to be long though.
I liked the movie, but I definitely have some problems with the movie, which is why it's only in the top 5.
True.
A post.
It's not perfect. It's not perfect.
That was my least favorite moment. Did you guys say yours already?
No, I would just probably say just like,
I really didn't have like a glaring like least favorite moment. In this
Okay.
thing.
yeah, I wouldn't say either.
I think there's a
Some
lot of cool stuff in this movie.
Yeah.
There was a
A lot of fun. The ending of them going through like the shadow realm dimension.
That was really cool. Yeah,
very trippy looking.
it was. The cinematography in that was also really well done.
Yeah.
really
I
good.
think-
Them doing the everyone put their feet on the wall and let's walk up, let's scale this thing.
Yeah. That was
Yeah.
funny. I think overall this cinematography in this one was better than a lot of other Marvel movies. Like when Yelena's clearing that room and the lights shining through and the shadows are all like on the floor at the beginning. I was like, that looks pretty cool.
Yeah.
the them escaping the base where they're sending in like the army, they're sending soldiers one by one. It's like
Smoky. Yeah.
and they're just picking them off.
Yeah, that was
That
a
was
little
fun.
odd.
It was fun though.
It was
fun
fun.
time.
I didn't dislike that scene. I like that scene has a great moment of it has a fancy term. I loved in that they have a plan, and then like something realistically that could go wrong went wrong. Like the power just didn't come back on. Like I hate it sometimes in movies when everything just like magically works the way it's supposed to. Like they had a problem. Like
Yeah.
I liked that. That was actually really well done. I really enjoyed that. I'm out of curiosity. I'm just looking here to see what movies these other people have done. So it was written by 3 people. One of them, Kurt Busiek, Astro City.
Oh yeah, I wanted to see that.
Don't know. It doesn't have a rating or anything yet. Lego Marvel Superhero 2.
The game.
I think.
What?
And then Marvels, which is a podcast series. Joanna Callo, no R, is known for The Bear, which I love The Bear. BoJack Horseman. I love BoJack Horseman. That is where the depression come from. All right, he's the guy who wrote the depressing
sad stuff.
He's the guy who wrote the depressing stuff. And then the other guy did Thor Ragnarok, Black Widow, and Godzilla versus Kong. Which Godzilla versus Kong also had a lot of weird, just like plot.
Had Pocket Sand. Oh, that was a new one. Never mind.
No, yeah, that wasn't that one. Godzilla versus Kong was another one of those, like, it was fun, but it was not, like, the plot was not good.
No, it was dumb.
Yeah. I do like Thor Ragnarok a lot, though. So these writers are not, like, uncredited. They've been working with Marvel for a while.
Those are, that's a good lineup of stuff.
Yeah. Do you guys have a favorite moment before we get too far off?
I liked the initial, like, I liked them meeting up and, like, kind of brawling a little bit. Obviously, I liked them going through the Shadow Realm.
Mm-hmm.
I also liked Bucky with the limousine. I mean, there's a lot of cool scenes in this.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. I like the Sentry fight. I know it's kind of like the typical probably answer a lot of people will give, but I also like, when like it was kind of more emotional scene when it was like, oh, I'm so alone. Like does that little speech. I'm like, dang, that's pretty real. Like I'm kind of getting choked up here.
That was good.
Yeah.
Good acting in this movie.
Yeah, good acting. Yeah. Florence Pugh.
With the exception of Bucky, I thought all the acting was really good.
No, you're just hating.
Don't come for him.
You're hating. Now, don't. Whoa.
Phrasing.
Hey.
Nuh-uh.
Yeah, so you've been criticized for not being negative, and now here you are, just like the ultimate negativity.
I feel like I'm on peak or on par with my negativity.
This is the void.
This is the void.
It's his darker half. He's hating.
I prefer to be.
Now, this is what's turning. It's going to be the heel turn of you. I'm turning more. I'm having the face turn over here. I'm being more chill. A nice guy now. We're good.
I prefer to be the Noid.
The Noid?
The Noid, like the
Domino's
pizza.
pizza.
The Domino's
the pizza
pizza
mascot, yeah. Where was I? I think my favorite scene was honestly one of the opening ones. It was Yelena like raiding that lab.
That was
cool.
good.
It was shot well.
A lot of spy vibes there.
It was giving me, like Mission Impossible, but like a little bit like
over the top spy.
Yeah,
op vibes.
There. I liked how casual she was about it. That hallway fight scene was really well shot.
It's like, day at the office.
Normal stuff.
That may have been my
typical Wednesday.
May have been my favorite scene.
Yeah,
her like just very casually jumping off the building was so cool.
Yeah, that was cool. Yeah, apparently I saw a thing on TikTok. Apparently that was practical, semi-practical. They had put her up to a crane and someone dove off a building.
Wow,
apparently
insane.
So crazy.
Not Tom Cruise like hanging off a plane.
No, not that.
Tom
insane,
Cruise,
but it was pretty.
It's insane for me. Tom Cruise is like, I insist, sir, I will hang from this helicopter. And they're like, all right, well, let's at least put like a safety harness on you. He's like, no,
I want to hang from the helicopter.
If my life isn't on the line, I can't act.
Yeah, he's the ultimate method actor.
You got to be real.
It's insane. Man, pretty good movie overall, though. Pretty good movie overall.
I enjoyed it. Yeah, like I said, I'm more invested in these guys than like in the coming movies.
Shang-Chi.
Or than
Shang-Chi.
like Sam Wilson and what his Avengers would probably be.
Like
the other Avengers characters.
What team is he going to throw together? I wonder if
I mean, they still got Hawkeye, they got Hulk, they got Thor, they got
Ant-Man,
they got other
Do we have
Hawkeye.
Thor? Where's Thor's like running around the
the
galaxy with a daughter?
Daughter of yeah.
Yeah, they're Love and Thunder.
I don't know.
Yeah.
Hey, don't you know whatever team he is, he just enhance it with the power of Thor, whatever the stupid thing was.
Yeah.
I don't even know who else.
His Legion of Children.
That was so dumb. That was so
What a
dumb.
movie. What a film, honestly.
I need to watch that.
You have seen
you
it?
ever seen Love and Thunder?
Oh. Some things people are like, that sucked. I'm like, well, I'm not going to watch it then.
We should do Love and Thunder and
Brave New World.
Brave New World, like in a sit down.
I also need to watch Eternals. I need to watch Marvels.
Can we just do like a list of best of the worst Marvel movies?
I didn't hate Eternals. A lot of people did. I thought it was
did
fine.
not like Eternals.
I thought it was fine. I like that they tried to do something different. I'll give them that. Like what they tried wasn't the best. It didn't always stick, but I really appreciate that they were like, hey, what if we made a non-traditional Marvel movie?
They were just kind of seeing what stuck at that point, probably.
And
it didn't. Well, for most people.
Some people liked it, but I did not.
I think it would have been better as a TV show.
Yeah.
I've heard that too. Too many characters, what everyone says.
Yeah, if you had done a TV show, I think that show would have
been
a
lot of characters
really
that
good.
No one really cared about.
It was another movie that introduced things into the Marvel universe that just broke it. Kind of like we talked about, like the Thor imbuing people with the power of Thor and like resurrection.
That was the beginning of the end.
Yeah, like
Eternals.
The Eternals just introduced a lot of stuff that it's like, no, wait. They can do what? They were here. There's a Titan coming out of the ground. Yeah. Like it just a lot of
Celestial looked cool though.
Yeah, Celestial, not Titan. Yeah, just a lot of stuff like that.
Yeah.
Well, I'm ready to run this thing through the rubric if you guys are.
I think I'm ready.
All right.
It's been a long episode, I think.
Yeah, we got on a lot of tangents. I appreciate that. I like
that's good.
Tangents are my favorite. Listen, I know when we first started this, we were like, oh no, we gotta like stay
Lock
on,
in,
we gotta
guys.
stay on task. But like, I feel like I prefer the tangents.
Yeah, I like tangenting.
So, all right, I'll start us off. Plot 3. It was okay. Like, probably would have been a 4 if it hadn't been for the plot holes we talked about. Thought the plot was serviceable. Thought the stuff with Sentinel was really cool. Liked that we had a Sentry,
Yeah.
whatever it is. Like that we had a depressed villain. Like the real enemy of this movie is like anxiety and depression. I can dig with that. I can vibe with
He was
that.
about to fire up to My Chemical Romance. I could tell.
Yeah, like
Welcome
When
to the
I was a young boy.
If he wasn't gonna bust into Welcome to the Black Parade, I don't know what
Honestly,
we're doing.
I'm gonna go make a TikTok edit after this, and like I'm gonna do where like Red Guardian's standing over the little girl, and then the second she disappears, it'll be the piano note from My Chemical Romance. Bong!
Dude, people love that. People be like, "Oh, dude, it's fire." Yeah.
And that'll be it.
Oh, that's it.
Yeah,
So
well,
tonight will
that's all they
be
need.
The night
I still
that
don't
I
know.
will
They got
fall.
the rest of the
Doesn't that scroll after that? You know, they
Yeah.
get the gist.
All right, so I'm gonna give it a 3. It was okay. Cole.
I'm gonna go 4. I'm gonna be a little bit nicer than you are.
Okay.
I think overall, like, yes, there is some plot holes in it. I thought the story was intriguing, especially with a very interesting villain, which he was not really shown as the villain for most of the movie. Just like the last bit's like, oh, the dark side's taken over.
That was a nice twist.
I thought it was. I mean, you kind of knew where it was going. Like,
Little bit.
They introduced the random guy. Like, okay, this guy's definitely gonna be the villain at some point. The turn is coming. It's just kind of like, when is it gonna happen? Kind of
Yeah.
thing.
Yeah.
I get that.
I mean, yeah, you could tell where it's going, but overall, solid plot. I'll give it a 4.
4. Jonah.
Yeah, I'll give it I'm gonna go 3. It was good. I think it's carried a lot by the characters. I think characters have a ton of charisma.
The characters,
Um,
do also help that plot a lot.
We should put
Yeah.
in a character cat.
We stop changing the room.
I'm joking. I'm joking.
Reboot.
What's a joke? What's a joke? What's a joke?
Yeah, it was good. Like I said, I don't 4. It's probably close to a 4. Kind of what you said when you left. In terms of just the storyline, it's nothing we haven't really seen a lot before.
You're trying to make us invested in these new characters.
Yeah, and it does well at that. But like, you know, the whole like it's a ragtag team that's got to work together. They don't really work together at first, but then they do work together.
They
And
learn
also,
they learn the meaning of friendship and teamwork.
and then they give a big hug at the end, and then you have to, yeah, you know, it's
and then they're gonna fight Tony Stark, and we're all gonna be rooting for Doctor Doom.
yes, it's gonna be like that. But you know, so like I feel almost 4 maybe a little too generous. I'm gonna give it a 3.
Yeah.
So
I feel like a 4 for me would be like Guardians 3.
yeah, it's
Like,
not Citizen
it's the
Kane,
same plot,
but it's good.
But yeah, like you know, like so yeah.
We all perceive it differently.
All right. Cole, start us off acting.
I didn't think there was a bad performance in this. I'm gonna say 5. Like, I really, there's not like a performance where I'm like, yeah, I didn't like that. Like, everyone I thought, even Ghost, who I really didn't, or who was that the chick's name I didn't like?
I think so. Yeah.
Yeah. Even her, like, what little she really contributed, she was fine.
Yeah.
There was no one that like drugged the whole thing down. Everyone, I thought, made me care about what they were doing, kind of thing.
Okay.
I'm gonna give 4. Like Cole said, there's not really anyone I didn't think did a good job in the movie. I thought Florence Pugh did great. Thought David Harbour good.
You're a simp for Florence Pugh, though.
Yeah.
I have enjoyed watching the internet get split on like whether she's hot or not.
Who's saying she's not? What side of the internet are you on?
I saw that there's like there's people are
Jonah's
like,
about to fight someone.
Some people are just crazy, I guess.
girls are like using her as like a litmus test on like their boyfriends because she is attractive, but she's not like conventional attractive. So
Speak for yourself. I don't know who's saying that.
we found Jonah's type.
Do I
It's-
pass the litmus test?
Florence Pugh.
You passed the ligma test.
Not funny, man.
All right, Cole's going. Oh gosh, I'm off.
You did it.
You give acting a 5. Okay,
I did a 5.
Jonah acting 4.
Yeah.
Did you say it already?
Yeah, 4.
Okay.
Yeah.
Gosh, Cole, maybe him in my villain arc. I'm going 3. I'm going 3 for acting. In addition,
Good. Let the hate flow through.
no.
Do it.
Bucky was rough. I know you guys are gonna say he was fine.
I think he got solo ulted by a Bucky before on Rivals.
I think he did. Now he's just mad at Bucky.
Now
No,
he's mad at
literally
Bucky,
solo
yeah.
ulted last
He just
night.
like armed and dangerous.
Got armed
Yeah.
and dangerous last
Okay.
night.
Sebastian, stand for this.
I just thought that there was a lot of weird, like they had no direction when being told how to give lines in a lot of scenes, and when the chemistry was good, it was really good, but there was also a lot of times that the acting just kind of felt like we were standing around waiting for like the chemistry to get good again or to go to the next thing. So I'm going to give acting a 3. Like it was okay. It wasn't bad.
Yeah.
It was okay. Jonah, start us off visuals.
Give visuals a 4. I think there's some, like I said, there's some shots I think look really cool. Like I said at the beginning when she's fighting and the shadows are on the wall.
Mm-hmm.
I thought like the void looked really cool. Like when like it's like someone looks like you're looking up and there's a black little figure in the sky.
Yeah, that was cool.
He looked really cool. But like I said, I wouldn't call it exceptional. Like it's not like jaw dropping. It's not like a Dune where it's like, man, how did they even pull this off? But it's like, look, everything looks solid. It doesn't make my jaw drop, but it's good. It's all good. Some really good.
I think I'm basically the exact same boat. I'm also giving visuals a 4. Cool.
Same thing. 4.
Okay. Easy category.
Wow.
Easy category. Okay. Back to me. Audio.
Yeah.
I'm gonna give. There were no insert songs in this movie, were there?
Not
I
really.
don't think there was.
And I
any.
don't think I can remember the soundtrack at all.
But it wasn't like
the when Bucky come in, I thought that sounded pretty cool.
there
That was a
wasn't
good
like
song.
there wasn't anything there really wasn't anything that like
I'm gonna
like
give
stand out.
I'm gonna be nice and give it a 4 for 2 reasons.
It wasn't bad, but it also wasn't like
Well, for me, the audio was just okay. It was all right. Like nothing stood out. It wasn't
Is it
bad.
Donald Trump.
I'm
doing
giving
the-
3s.
the
I'm
Trump
giving
voice.
I'm giving 3s. I'm giving 3s.
Okay.
3 is like average. Like that's okay, right?
Yeah.
Which is where it would be, with the exception of I loved at the beginning how the music was slowly going out of tune during the Marvel logo.
Mhm.
It was like slowly going out
Yeah.
of tune and getting brought down, and then the instruments were dropping out one by one, which now I know was kind of alluding to
Void.
which
Yeah.
was cool. So like we eliminated, like I think they eliminated like the percussion and then like the brass and then the woodwinds and then the high strings, and like all that's left is just like kind of like the like cello at the end.
Yeah.
I like that. I loved that. That was really good. There was also a moment where they worked in the Avenger theme into the kind of like little motif they'd been doing throughout the movie. They kind of like twisted it and they did the Avenger theme in what kind of sounded like maybe like a minor key. Whenever they kind of gelled together as a team, I thought that was really cool too. I thought that was a really nice little touch. So I'm gonna give audio a 4. Go away. It's a spam. It's a telemarketer. They're trying to sell me a loan or something. I don't know. Cole, audio
4.
4.
Same thing.
Same
Nothing like blow you away spectacular, but also it's solid. It wasn't just. It's not like anything bad. Just
Yeah.
it's solid.
I always love hearing Jonah's audio takes because he notices like little gush, like he mentioned like blood gushing on the floor, just like you could hear the man's like wiener in his jeans or something like that.
Hey,
Like
what can I say? I'm a sucker for wiener sounds
yeah.
and blood.
So,
Whoa. Pause. Maybe.
Random thought, but Doom's coming out on Friday. You want to talk about good sound design, blood gushing, wiener splitting stuff?
yeah.
That's some good music sound effects there.
I'm pretty pumped for it. I told Elena, I was like, hey, I'm gonna have to like spend $50 this week, and she's like, why? And I was like, new Doom. She's like, oh yeah, that checks.
You have to
She's
understand.
like,
Valid.
she's like,
That's
that
important.
rides. Yeah.
Yeah. But anyways, I'm gonna give audio a 4.
Okay.
I thought overall, like audio design, like you said, I give it like a 3. But I remember, like I said, I like the song when Bucky comes in. I remember being like, that's a cool sound. That's a cool track. And then I remember when Sentry starts flying for the first time, I was like, that had some pretty cool. That was a cool music. Yeah, 4. But like, it's not like a John Williams Star Wars. I'm not gonna give it a 5, but it was good and some standout tracks, I thought.
Yeah.
So
All right. Cole, bring us home. Enjoyment.
I really liked this movie. I'm going to go with a 5. Actually,
You're a 5.
I
Okay.
really liked it.
All right.
Like, am I going to say it's like above like all those other ones we said? No,
yeah, no, you're good.
no. It's a really good Marvel movie.
All right.
But I'm not. I mean, I don't agree with the glazing that people are giving it, where it's like it's the best thing ever. It's the best thing since flipping Endgame. I don't agree with that because obviously my favorite movie is post Endgame movie, No Way Home. So it's
That's valid.
Yeah.
Valid.
but it can be. I think down the road maybe it doesn't age well over time.
Cole's doing his face turn. This is it.
I actually hate Thunderbolts.
Yeah.
Just kidding.
Yeah.
All right. Jonah, enjoyment?
I'm gonna give it a 4.
Okay.
Kind of cool. I really like this movie, and it kind of has grown on me a little bit. Like I don't know. I'm like, that was really a fun time. I wouldn't like give it a 5. Like where I'm just leaving. I'm like, oh my gosh,
Yeah.
that
It
was
got-
a blast. But I
This
was like,
was the first time in a while I've been excited, like to see where it's gonna go next.
that's
like
what
you
I was.
said.
Yeah, exactly.
I
think
feel
it's
that way
fun.
about the franchise as a whole. I've started realizing there's a man I work with who's a great enjoyment person for me because he's a movie buff. He's not crazy strict, like some like glasses up. You know what I mean? Like
actually,
yeah, like but he definitely like kind of like I feel like we're not gonna like pander a movie that does like so when he was like, how was Thunderbolts? I was like, it's pretty good.
yeah.
And like honestly, that little conversation there with me, I feel like it's either like great, pretty good, okay, don't go see it. Like I feel like that's my 5, right? This one
Yeah.
was okay, leaning pretty good. I'm gonna give it a 4 because there were some moments where I laughed a lot. Like the comedy in this movie, when it hit really well.
The stuff with
Yeah.
Bob at the beginning,
Yeah.
John Walker, anything he said was hilarious.
Yeah. So when the comedy was working in this movie, it was really funny. So I'm gonna give it a 4. Like not an amazing like 5s for me are like Dune, Everything Everywhere All at Once, and like like oh my gosh, I'm gonna go see that again.
Yeah.
I probably will watch this again at some point.
I think I will probably watch this like before Doomsday comes out or something.
Like I'm not going back to the theater to see it again. Like it's weird. Okay, Cole, are you locked into 5?
I am.
I'm not gonna let you change your answer. Okay, Cole's locked into 5. I call cap. That's a lie because we couldn't get him to go see it again with us when it was $7 for a ticket. When Cole couldn't be bothered to pay $7 to go see this movie again to go watch it with us for the podcast, so there's no way it's a 5.
That's valid.
I don't want to spend extra money though. I enjoyed it. I can still like a movie.
5?
Yeah, I like.
I went and saw Dune 2 3 times.
Yeah. You're
You know
also
what I
the
mean?
freak that saw Last Jedi 4 times. So I don't want to hear that.
That was to
Man,
critique it. Yeah,
I think
that's
you're
also
the one that
valid.
likes
Yeah.
Last Jedi.
Hey, I think you
I
like
saw that
Last
movie one
Jedi.
time.
I've probably given The Last Jedi more
Last
money
Jedi,
than
you gave a
most
bunch
of
of
the
money.
population.
You went and saw.
Did you actually watch that 4 times in theaters?
Are you
So-
stupid?
No, here's the thing.
We're
The
roasting
Last
now.
Jedi is one of the first movies I remember leaving the theater and like I just had like
You wanted to like it.
like something was weird. It was like
Yeah.
when did that come out?
Last Jedi. That would have been
2016.
No, Last Jedi was 2017.
Okay,
Really?
so like
Wow.
I'm in college. I'm like sophomore in college, right? And like I'm starting to look at movies a little bit more critically. And most of the time when I go see a movie in theaters, it's like the theater experience. Wow, that was awesome. That was the first time I remember leaving the theater and being like, huh. And then we got in the van. Everyone was quiet. And then they were like, that was finally someone was like, I think that was awful. And I was like, I thought it was okay. And then I sat on it and I was like, maybe I need to go see it again. And then I didn't like it. And then I thought,
Maybe I'll like it.
And then I was like coping hard. And then I was like, maybe, because then I started reading some stuff online and people were like, you just got to get this. Here's what they were doing. Ryan Johnson was actually trying to do this here. And I was like, I'll go see it one more time. I'll go see it one more time. Then I watched a third time. I paid 3 times to see this movie. One of them in IMAX.
Oof.
Or at an IMAX theater. I don't think it was actually shot in IMAX, but it was like at an IMAX theater.
Yeah.
And then like the fourth one was like some friends were like, "Oh, we're gonna see it." And I was like, "It's awful. I hate it." And they were like, "Well, you should go with us." Blah blah blah. And I just got talked to. I'll go to the movies. Just go to the movies.
Dang.
Yeah.
See, I did almost the opposite. Because
Yeah.
I was like, I watched it and I was like, man, I really like that.
You know,
And then someone was like, this sucks. And then I watched it again. I was like,
if
"Ah,
I got
still like
nothing
it."
going on and my boys are like, "You guys want to go hang out at the movie theater on like Discount Tuesday?" I'd be like, "Yeah, heck, let's go." Especially if it's a 5 enjoyment movie. You know,
Oh, we're doing a diss here. Okay.
I'm getting back.
Uh-huh.
I'm getting back to it.
All right.
Yeah.
You can think that all you want.
But I'm locking you in at 5. And I'll let you change it. Okay.
Hey, I enjoy it. I
That
enjoyed
puts
it very
me at a
much.
72, Cole at an 88, Jonah at a 76, putting this movie at a 78.67. We'll round that up to a
Solid fist movie.
78.7. Hold up just a second. Let me type this in over here. I already forgot the name of the movie. Is it Thunderbirds or Bolts?
Bolts.
And then it also has an asterisk. Everywhere I've seen it spelled, even on IMDb, it has an asterisk next to it.
It's for the new Avengers.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
It was the nameplate.
It's their working title
Yeah.
of the team.
really? So just out of curiosity, what did the other Marvel movies you've seen? Okay, Wakanda Forever got an 82. So
Gross.
what else? What did we? I thought we saw more Marvel than this.
Marvels.
What's Marvels?
Guardians Volume 3 got a 93. Okay.
Deadpool, Wolverine.
Checks out. That checks out. I'm getting okay. The Marvels got a 57. Yeah. Deadpool Wolverine got a 93. Borderlands got a 29. That's not related. That's not Marvel. I just want to.
No, Kirsten.
So,
Actually,
just wanna
dig
throw
in.
that one out there.
I want to just follow up here. So, I told Kirsten you name dropped her on the podcast.
Yeah.
She said, she asked why. It's like because you said he wasn't negative enough. She says because it's true. On the podcast, he is. Listen to his takes on Borderlands.
Was I nice to Borderlands?
You evidently you were nice to Borderlands, or you were being too positive towards Borderlands.
What did you do?
What? We gave Borderlands a 29.
She listened to dang near our whole like catalog, and she has it fresh in her
Hey,
mind.
Kirsten, when we were at that movie, I'm calling out Cole's girlfriend directly now. This way, Kirsten, when we were at that movie night, I said, "Hey, you tell me the take you're talking about." She said, "I can't remember." And I said, "You give me the timestamp, and then we'll talk." So I don't know, Kirsten, I'm calling you out. You give me the timestamp that I was too nice to Borderlands, and then we'll chat. Then we'll
I can't
tussle.
imagine that. We were so
We were
sad.
so mean to that movie. I can't
Rightfully,
imagine.
though.
I can't imagine any of us saying anything nice about that movie.
No, I can't even imagine it. I think I'd said that like one scene was kind of fun. I
I
think that was all I
maybe
said.
was like, oh, the story wasn't a 0. Maybe that's like the nicest thing I think I could say. Like it
I
had
don't
a
think I
story.
gave anything a 0 either.
Yeah.
I also made her finally watch Space Jam 2 after she's
Oh.
tried to rage bait me and to say that it's good like you hadn't even seen it.
Yeah. What she think now?
She thinks it's not good.
Yep. Good.
Thankfully.
Okay. But like, can she still do the joke, or has it ruined the joke for her? Because like, I can't even joke that Space Jam 2 is good at this point.
No, I mean, well, I guess time will tell.
Well, I can joke that Space Jam 2 is good. Like, I couldn't joke that Borderlands was good.
You could.
I know. See, that's the problem. Like, I feel like
It feels wrong in
you,
your soul.
something would feel wrong. Yeah.
you
Yeah,
did
yeah.
say that you said the plot was stronger than Death of a Unicorn.
What?
What? Wait, that movie hadn't been out yet. How could I have said that on the podcast?
No, like during the Death of a Unicorn episode.
You said that He said that Borderlands had a stronger plot than
No, I did.
Death of the Unicorn.
No, I
There's
didn't. Cole,
way.
get out of here. There's no way.
Yeah. You just make that up.
I'm ending the podcast before Cole can like make up more lies to try to defame me with here. Yeah, that was
Rage
insane.
baiting.
You did compliment Borderlands during Death of the Unicorn. I don't remember what you said though.
Jonah, help me out here. Did I? No, I didn't.
I think
There's
we'll go,
no way.
I'll go back and find it. I'll let you know.
Please do. Please do. Listen, I will not take these allegations. I need timestamps.
That's intent. That's you're accusing of a murder basically at that point.
I want to know. Rotten Tomatoes. Let's look at Thunderbolts here real fast. I typed in ROT and hit enter, and it pulled up Rottweiler.
Oh, whoops.
I thought Rotten Tomatoes was gonna pop up. Okay, that was Rottweiler. Not a good review. Not a good review.
Bark, bark.
I am not disabling my ad block. No, thank you. Lilo and Stitch comes out soon. Cole, you ready for that?
No,
Yeah.
No, yeah, me either. I'm not ready
that
for
looks
it.
like it's gonna be terrible.
I'm a Blue and Stitch fanatic.
What do we think?
Gonna be bad.
What do we think critic scores that, gang?
I'm gonna say an 80.
80?
I'm gonna say. I bet they like it, but they're not like fanatic about it. I'm gonna say like 79.
Okay. They're at an 88.
Dang.
Well,
Yeah,
okay.
that's really high for critics.
Yeah.
Good on them. What do we think audience scores at?
91.
It's gonna be something crazy. It's gonna be like 94.
Ooh, 91.
94 exactly. Right on the money.
Wow,
Look
I'm
at you.
so freaking in touch
Yeah,
with
look-
the
yeah.
world.
Yeah, you really are. Okay. Not IMDb. Metacritic. There we go. All right. Oh, maybe. Okay. What do we think as I pull this up here? Oh, Doom Dark Ages. What do we think Doom Dark Ages gonna I'm kidding.
Oh, it's gonna get up freaking 100. The only two Marvel movies left until all the big Avengers stuff, which doesn't feel like that, but you know.
Maybe Fantastic Four is gonna do something.
I think it's
Yeah.
going to be almost like a trilogy. We're going to have Fantastic Four, Doomsday, Secret War. It's going to be like a little Fantastic Four Doom trilogy.
That'll be good.
That's what I'm thinking it's going to
Something
be.
fun.
That's how they're going to pivot.
All right. We're pretty close to the user score. User score on Metacritic's is 7.3, with the critic score being a 68. So we're pretty on the nose with the users, I feel like, in that one. So what is coming out soon? So there's Lilo and Stitch, the Fantastic
Yay.
Four.
Superman.
Fantastic Four and Superman's not till July.
That's pretty close, though.
Yeah.
Close-ish. I think
Close-ish.
Superman looks really good, actually.
I'm so excited.
I'm really
for
excited for
Superman.
that. And I don't even like Superman. Like, I really don't. But I think that looks good.
Hater alert.
Yeah, again, heel turn.
It's not a heel turn. I've
I
said
heard
that.
this guy likes Borderlands.
I've said that for years.
Do you guys know he's seen Last Jedi 4 times?
The only Superman movie,
Oh.
and this is my weird take. I've been told this is a hot take. I think the only Superman movie I've thoroughly enjoyed was Man of Steel.
Mm.
I liked Man of Steel.
I don't hate Man of Steel, but I have some problems with it.
It definitely has problems. I loved the fights. I loved that it was basically a Dragon Ball movie. It's the Dragon Ball movie we never got. I like that Superman fought people as strong as him, which never happens. Usually he just is like,
Mops the floor.
I represent America, and then backhands them.
Are we going to see Sneaks?
Elena really wants to.
That movie looks
Oh,
terrible.
man.
I think it looks awful.
I heard Sinners was great.
I want to see
I'll be
Sinners.
leaving.
Yeah. I didn't get to go see it. I really want
We
to see
saw
that.
Mickey 17 finally.
Yeah.
Oh, we did all watch that.
We never did an episode on that.
No.
See what else is coming
But I'm
out.
glad we
Oh,
watched
Final
it.
Destination.
There's a new
Another I Know What You Did Last Summer.
There's a new
yeah.
gosh, who's the director that everyone likes to make fun of his style for?
Wes Anderson.
what's the
was
new Wes
funny.
Anderson movie?
The something
Venetian Scheme, maybe.
Venetian Scheme. Yeah,
Venetian
yeah.
Scheme. Yeah, that looks good.
Oh no, Avatar supposed to come out this year.
Really?
Fire and Ash.
No,
Yeah.
I don't believe you.
I see it says it right here, 2025.
I don't buy it.
Is it right there?
That they probably put that in like 2012. They probably uploaded that. Like they probably forgot to check it.
Who's not excited? Oh, How to Train Your Dragon. That looks like it's going to be a movie.
It's going to be a
True.
film. It's going to be a show. There's going to be people in it, and things are going to happen.
True. Maybe even dragons.
Maybe even
I want
dragons.
to see that friendship movie.
They might train. Oh, Friendship.
Ooh,
Yes,
that looks good.
You know what? That's the movie I'm the most excited for right now. I think now that we've said that. When does that come out, Cole?
I don't know. It says 2025.
I love Tim Robinson. I love Paul Rudd. I like A24.
I think it's gonna be good.
Yeah, I think it'll be really good.
May 23rd. That's not this weekend, but the next weekend.
Are we going to get it though? Because it's A24.
We're gonna have to go fast. I will be out of town for a little bit, but the moment I get back, we need to go see that movie.
Yeah,
So.
I'm down for that.
All right.
Sorry.
Yep. Well, let's wrap it up there, guys. Hour 20. Good on us. Good on us.
Wow.
There we go. Yeah.
We made a Toy Story.
Oh, hey, Bambi is getting a horror movie, by the way.
Listen.
Can I guess the name? Doe. Dead Doe.
No,
John Doe.
no. The Reckoning. Bambi the Reckoning.
That's
Boo.
lame. That's boo. Yeah, that's bad. It should have been bam and then like dash B. Yeah, and then
Yeah.
like have like a shotgun.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And he's like a hunter, but he hunts people. Ooh.
Oh,
Ooh.
Happy Gilmore 2. It's coming.
What?
Yeah,
Yeah.
Netflix exclusive.
Yeah, Happy
Why?
Gilmore 2 because we got to milk that cash.
He's gonna
cow.
have his Gilmore all
Is
over
Adam
again.
Sandler just out of money?
I think he's just bored at this point. I think he literally is just doing this.
Is
for
he doing
fun.
what's the Jim Carrey thing? He's like, I'm retiring. And then they were like Sonic 3, and he's like, I need money.
This is my magnum
I-
opus.
I think he's like, I'm retiring again, and I think he's coming
I'm
to do
convinced
something
this
else.
guy
Yeah.
just gets bored and needs something to do.
Adam Sandler,
Yeah, so he's just
Yeah.
like, hey, I need some of my friends. You guys want to go hang out for a weekend and film a movie?
Happy
Yeah.
Gilmore 2. There's no way that's gonna.
I said, I mean, Netflix
Doubt it.
exclusive.
Heavily doubt it.
But we're
I
going to
feel like-
watch it, right?
I feel like
Yeah.
if Anchorman 2 couldn't have done it after all that time
Anchorman.
with the almost completely original cast coming back, like I just feel like,
Well, they got Shooter McGavin, I believe, coming back, and they got Adam Sandler, obviously, there.
what if Adam Sandler wasn't in it? What
It'd
if
be
it was like
really fun.
Jingle All the Way, where it's like instead of Adam Sandler, it's just like Larry the Cable
Freaking-
Guy?
Yeah, someone else. It's got to be Larry the Cable Guy. He's
I
always
hope
in
it's
sequels.
LeBron James.
Oh, that'd be good. That'd be good. All right, I'm gonna hit the end button. What sound do we want to have Jonah make here as we hang up?
What sound, Jonah, would you make if you were getting voided?
Oh, hold up! Rewind everything. I had this in my notes, and then I forgot my notes. What would your void space look like?
Ooh.
I don't want to share that.
You don't want to share that? You don't have to. I was thinking. I was like, Jonah and I were talking about this on the way home. I don't have like
Trauma.
that
Yeah.
traumatic of a moment.
No.
I don't know what it would be. And then we were like, what do you think the little girl's was? Like her mom telling her like Walmart, she wanted a toy, and the mom's like, no, put that back. She like there was a tantrum in the aisle or something. I was like, what do you think the little girl's void space
Yeah.
was?
Dropping
It could
an
have
ice
been
cream
that
cone.
could have been that bad. She was only like 4 years old, right? Like,
I don't know. People go through it.
yeah, you're right. You're right. People do, but like
I don't know. Mine might be like crapping my pants at work or something.
Oh, yeah, you did do that, didn't you?
Yeah.
I pooped my pants once. Maybe that'd be mine too.
You
Yeah.
also,
Not at work.
Pretty embarrassing.
I mean, you also, I'm not going to say it on the podcast.
What did you do?
I don't know. I don't know what he was gonna say.
The bed, Tyler.
That's what I'm talking about.
Oh,
Poop in the bed. No, that's what I said. I poop.
I thought it was like two
Crap the bed.
separate
I
instances.
literally just said I poop. I guess I said pants.
Yeah.
No, I had.
I didn't want to like.
Pooped your pants in the bed.
I think I ate some bad food, and then I had the flu. In my defense, that's the thing. It wasn't like a normal night. I had the flu,
I'm not mad at you.
and I woke up,
Hey, you
and I was just like, I woke up
don't
with
have
the
to defend, don't have to defend us.
woke up
Yeah.
with the flu, and I remember like being like, oh, I'm gonna go to the bathroom, and I like rolled a little bit, and I was like, oh, and you're just like,
Already did.
you
Yeah.
felt it,
Like,
you feel it under you, and you're like, oh
oh.
no.
To get all in your sheets.
We bought a new bed. we
Throw it out and burn it.
we were
Yeah.
talking about buying a new bed, and then that was the thing. And then yeah, nothing's worse than moving the like poop mattress down the stairs.
Poop mattress. It's like your old
Not
house,
the
right?
poop mattress.
yeah, it's gone.
Yeah, down that narrow
Nasty.
staircase and everything.
Oh, that was awful. Yeah, I hated that
I just-
staircase. That was awful.
Ugh.
It's like a double L.
Oh,
Yeah, it's
with
like
the
the
poop
most-
mattress?
Yeah,
Yeah, with the
oh.
We
poop
smeared
mattress.
the wall.
Oh,
Dude, you should have saw the dresser we got up and down that staircase. It's insane. I don't know
man.
how we did it. Physically, I don't think
I
it
hated
should
having to
happen.
move you guys out of that house.
Well, good news. You'll never have to do it again.
yeah, good.
We're never
Word.
moving out of the house again.
Unless you go back, you decide to run it
We've
back.
also determined we're never going to sell that wardrobe. We're just going to leave it here. So whoever buys this house gets that.
I'm still waiting for you guys.
Nope.
Gets that
I'm still
dresser.
waiting for you guys to paint that door.
Oh, me too, Cole. Me too. Elena, you let me know how that goes. All right. Void noise. What Jonah, what noise you're going to make as you're sucked off by the void?
Pause.